Civilization created a system where people celebrate getting approved to be in debt for transportation. And everybody claps like somebody escaped poverty. Meanwhile, the car loses value in the parking lot while the owner loses freedom at work. That is an unbelievable trade when you explain it slowly. Imagine telling your grandfather, "Yeah, I signed a 7-year financial agreement for a machine that immediately starts decreasing in value the second I touch it." Your grandfather would stare at you like you joined a traveling circus. But modern civilization normalized this completely. Now people walk proudly out of dealerships holding giant keys like they won a game show. Brother, you didn't win transportation. Transportation won you. Past, a car helped people expand freedom. Now, cars quietly became rolling monthly extraction systems. Next, the future may normalize transportation subscriptions where mobility itself becomes permanently rented access. You think you are in control. You're making decisions every day. But something has already changed. Your behavior is being tracked. Your patterns are being analyzed. Your decisions are being influenced. Most people don't even see it. They just keep moving, keep reacting, keep thinking everything is normal. And honestly, dealerships may be some of the greatest psychological laboratories civilization ever invented. Because you walk in needing one thing, transportation. That's it. You need an engine, a steering wheel, working brakes, and emotional stability. Simple. But somehow, 4 hours later, a man named Trevor has convinced you ambient lighting is part of your spiritual growth journey. You see this feature? What feature? The cup holder glows blue at night. Outstanding. Please explain why the glowing beverage compartment added 48 additional payments to my existence. And they always use calming language. Nobody says, "This decision will aggressively reduce your future flexibility." No, they say, "You deserve this." Deserve? That's a dangerous word in a dealership. Because tired people deserve naps, not 72 months of extraction. And the monthly payment hypnosis is incredible. That's the real trick. They never tell you the actual price first. Nobody says, "This vehicle is $84,000. No, they slowly sedate your brain with, "It's only $930 a month." Only? That's not only. That's a second invisible apartment following you everywhere. And somehow everybody normalized this so deeply that people now flex liabilities emotionally. People used to flex land. Now people proudly flex debt with heated seats. And modern civilization made status so psychologically aggressive that people will financially injure themselves to avoid driving something uncool. That is fascinating behavior. Because nobody cares about your car as much as you think they do. Most people are trying to survive their own payment. Nobody at the traffic light is whispering, "Look at this disgraceful Honda owner." Nobody cares. But civilization convinced people identity lives inside the vehicle. So now somebody making regular money is financing luxury branding while eating stress for dinner. That's modern adulthood. And dealerships mastered one specific psychological martial art, stretching the loan. That's one of the funniest things ever created. Good news, we lowered your payment. Really? How? We extended the loan another 2 years. That's not reducing the payment. That's flattening suffering into a more manageable emotional shape. That's debt yoga. Now the car lasts 5 years. The loan lasts 9. And your mechanic becomes your emergency therapist. And modern vehicles are so technologically complicated now that mechanics don't even sound confident anymore. Back in the day, mechanics said, "Your belt is bad." Simple. Now they say things like, "The digital steering module is experiencing communication irregularities with the adaptive mobility system." Brother, does the car move or not? That's all people need to know. And check engine lights are spiritual attacks now. That thing always activates during emotional weakness. Never randomly, never peacefully, only after rent, after bills, after groceries, after hope. Now, suddenly, the dashboard looks like a Christmas tree sponsored by anxiety. And civilization quietly transformed transportation into a recurring behavior control system. You need transportation. That's the friction. You believe the payment is normal adulthood. That's the problem. But the hidden mechanism is future labor attachment. That's the trap. Before the month even starts, your money already belongs somewhere. The payment, insurance, gas, maintenance, repairs, tires, registration, unexpected nonsense, and every recurring payment quietly reduces flexibility. That matters, because flexibility is power. But civilization trained people to measure affordability incorrectly. People ask, "Can I make the payment?" Wrong question. The better question is, what future options disappear because of this payment? That question changes everything. Because recurring obligations shape behavior. People stay at jobs they hate because of payments. People delay businesses because of payments. People avoid risk because of payments. People tolerate disrespect because stability becomes financially necessary. And this happens slowly enough that most people never examine the pattern. That's why modern civilization feels strange sometimes. Everybody looks successful. Everybody looks stressed. Everybody got technology. Nobody feels free. That's a fascinating combination. And now civilization entering another strange phase, subscription mobility. Features locked behind software, monthly upgrades, remote access control, behavior tracking, insurance algorithms, driving scores. The future may become, congratulations, your mobility privileges have been adjusted based on behavioral analytics. That sounds dramatic now. But so did paying monthly for heated seats 10 years ago. Now that's real. Civilization moved quietly. Most people adapted automatically. This is where most people stay. Confused. Not because they don't know anything, but because they're not applying what they already know. Confusion, clarity, control. Gaimed reveals what's controlling you. So here's what you do. You slow it down. You look at the pattern. You identify where you reacted instead of chose. Then you create one simple rule. If a recurring payment aggressively reduces my flexibility, I will pause before committing future labor to it. That is where control begins. Most people won't even do that. They'll watch this, laugh, feel personally attacked, then immediately open another tab to calculate whether they can emotionally survive a luxury SUV with panoramic roofing. Nothing changes. But if you actually apply this, you begin noticing something most people never see. The real cost is often not the object. The real cost is the future behavior required to maintain the object. That realization changes how you see almost everything. Gaimed is built around one objective: helping you reduce confusion, reduce wasted motion, reduce hesitation, reduce bad decisions, reduce reactive behavior, and increase control over your actions, systems, and money. Most people lose money slowly, not only through bills, but through bad timing, poor decisions, hidden dependency, emotional reactions, missed opportunities, lack of structure, and repeated patterns they never stop to examine. Gaimed exists to help you see those patterns earlier, because clearer operators usually produce better outcomes. This is why Gaimed is structured as an execution system, not passive entertainment. And if you want to take control of this immediately, I created a step-by-step Gaimed car payment control snapshot system. It is designed to be executable immediately. It is step-by-step, easy to follow, beginner-proof, built for real implementation, designed to reduce confusion, designed to reduce hesitation and structured so you can actually complete the action instead of just consuming more information. This is not theory. You do not need to be an expert. You simply follow the process. Click the link in the description to purchase. Purchase it. Apply it. Complete the step. Most people won't take that step. That's why nothing changes. Confusion, clarity, control. Take control. Gain the advantage. Gamed equals advantage.